Yes, hello. More 2K25 action tonight, in particular, TGC Tours round number 3. Conditions are going to get cranked up on us this evening. The winds get a little bit higher, but, I feel like that's where we should have the potential to maybe separate ourselves a little bit from some of the pack. At the end of the day, we're going to need to make some putts. And that might still ultimately be the thing that kills us, but hopefully we're still able to find some good proximities this evening despite the wind, get some shots in there, and hopefully try and keep the scoring up. I'm not going to be disappointed if we fall into elite. That's where we qualified in the last game. That's kind of the range that we're teetering on right now, and that is a-okay. Be cool to qualify into plat, but it is what it is. We will definitely try our best, but we got plenty of golf this evening. Before we get there, try and get warmed up, try and get on a roll and see what we can do today. Guy, what's going on? Enjoy your lurk. Richard, welcome back. Johnny, welcome back. Thumbs up, let's do this. I'll just play with the thumb up the whole time. Maybe that'll help. Alright, so Callaway hat, ranked matchmaking, some daily quests, and some my career. Weekly quests. Let's finish 5 events. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, so we're gonna have to finish a second one in there. We're also gonna have to squeeze in some ranked. I'm wondering if going forward we'll I don't know. I'm trying to think how we're gonna go about things. Trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna go about things. Because for the past game or so, we've been doing TGC as like a one night a week. But I am wondering, like, what if we stack up some nights? Like Wednesday night is rounds 1 and 2, and then we do 3 and 4 Wednesday, and maybe we do some true sim rolling. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. High winds, firm, very soft, medium. All right, let's see what we got. Jim, welcome back. Played some golf in your backyard today? Cherry Cake, what's going on? Shadow, how are you doing? I see. What's gotten into you, guy? Huh? What's gotten into you, man? These past couple of days, we're on a roll now. Seemingly out of nowhere. I will not do that, Joe. And if you ask again, that'll be the last time it's asked. Technoblade never dies? What is Technoblade, Shadow? Okay, I don't know why we're being spammy. I don't the more you say it, that's not gonna make me understand what you're talking about anymore. Alright, this is playing a little over 20. 4 iron's gonna be short, no? I was playing on a diagonal. Yeah, we can just play. Just play a 4 iron here. It's actually perfect distance. The wind just completely held that thing up. We're not gonna say it, Nick. Ooh. Yo, what's going on, Tom? Welcome back. How are we doing today? Because Stone Cold ET said so? Have you ever watched, Tom, have you ever watched Barbara's King? Because he's got like a sound bite of that's because it's Stone Toad or Stone Cold Toad said so. So I don't know if I think there's some AI voice thing that people have used. It's pretty funny, the bit that he has with it. Oh, come on, be good. Oh, wow, that sat so softly. Hot dang. All right. Well, I guess the greens are pieces of crap. I guess that's what they are. Great Minecraft player. Man, I know that the Minecraft world is very, very popular on YouTube. I know so little about it. I know so little about it. I went to TwitchCon a couple of years ago, and they did there was like some cooking competition thing, but they had a few of the big Minecraft people there. I felt so out of place. All right, let's see what this choke shot can do. The choke shot seems to have the wind effect less than partialing does, from what I've noticed thus far. From what I've noticed thus far. Hey, thank you, Jordan. How are you doing? Think of the final round of the Masters tanker. It was thrilling. It was thrilling. There's a reason why sports sports are the best drama out there. You know, the storylines, the ups, the downs, the chokes, the clutches, like, coupled with just like how I don't even know the words, like, the Masters itself as a tournament, regardless of that, is so great. And then you put those sorts of things on top of it, and it's just perfection. It is so good. The wind didn't play that much. I mean, that's perfect distance control. Like that Rory won? I did. I think he's been playing great golf. I think he's, been mentally through hell for years since he choked it away in 2011. Yeah, so for it to come full circle, and like at the end of the day, whatever you think about him, we witnessed history and somebody overcome like their biggest struggle. He's only the 6th person to ever complete the career Grand Slam. It's been, I think, 90 years since the last time somebody's completed it at Augusta. Me versus Rory? I mean, in the video game, maybe. In real life, I'd get absolutely demolished because I am not a very good golfer IRL. I'd love to be, but I am definitely not one. That's such a hard shot to judge. I don't know how that wind's gonna play on such a short situation. Oh, come on, we are just missing the cup. Hey, YouTuber right now, I appreciate that, Jim. Glad you enjoy the content. So yeah, Tanker, I thought it was good. Like, I like a lot of those guys. You know, it would have been cool to see Oberg win. It would have been cool to see DeChambeau win. Like, it would have been cool. Justin Rose has been beaten in a playoff at the Masters before. I think he'd finished second twice before, so like, his would have been a great story too. Ignore the fans while walking around. Well, I think it's... I mean, he probably was, but I also know that he, you know, with the pressure and the situation and everything, you know, he's trying to win, and I think what his caddy, or no, his trainer or coach, somebody in his team, I think had basically said something to the effect of, like, going into the week, he had basically decided he was going to be quiet. Is effectively what it boils down to. He was effectively going to just kind of stay in his own world when it came to the competition. So that's why he iced Bryson. That's why he's probably been that way with fans. Now, I don't know the story, and like, I'm not saying that, like, you know, I can judge his character enough, but in terms of like the greater picture, like, I've also, you know, liked Rory from back years ago, and I just think the accomplishment is something to be, you know, you got to witness some greatness. Total winnings to a charity? I don't know that, Jarper. I haven't heard much outside of, like, obviously there's been all that talk about, you know, Rory and Bryson, but outside of that, I haven't really heard too much. I'm choking these shots back just a little bit too much, it seems, most of the time. Like, this is a very, very consistent miss that I'm giving myself. I'm also underswinging putts very consistently, too. It was about being the one to put the jacket on him. Well, I saw something as a follow-up, Tanker, that, like, you know, he was basically just trying to get the jacket on without messing up and give him the moment, and it sounds like there's some stuff dating back. I don't know the context of it. I guess there was maybe something with somebody else years ago. I think maybe it was Spieth. So I think a lot of the guys, I don't know if it's the other, like, Augusta National guys in their green jackets that are telling them to just, like, get it on and get out. So I don't know. I don't know exactly all the context, but alright, that side hill lie gets it started going left. Wind keeps it going that way. It's a good line, it's just gonna stop. So hard to judge when it's that much wind and then things sit. Naturally, I give it the actual pace, and that one doesn't break. Got it. Got it. Rory versus Tiger, who will win back 10 years ago? I think Tiger. I still think Tiger would. I think a lot of that has to do with the mental side of it. Like, Rory has won majors. Although back 10 years ago, back 10 years ago, Tiger wasn't really, I don't know, at that point in time, I guess you could argue Rory, because that was in Rory's, like, peak. Because what, Tiger had a major drought from 08 to 19? Right? Something like that? It's a tough question. I mean, at that particular moment in time, maybe you are going Rory. I don't know a Dan. Alright, gotta try and give a little bit of overpower here. Left it a little open. Oh, it's downhill. I didn't need to overpower it. That thing was down there on its own. I don't think we need to go choked. I think we need to just do something like this. It's a little bit up the hill. That is perfect. We haven't gotten any Albies yet, but we've been close. Dan knows me. I know very few Dans. Now I'm just confused. See, this much wind and this much uphill, like, how much does it play? Because we have to start partialing this. And, like, pitch is definitely going to get knocked. It's playing, like, 85, but when you've got this much wind, it's probably playing, like, 100 uphill. It's probably playing less than 100. Okay, what I'm going to do, that point on the rock, we're going to go up a club, and then we're going to partial it back. Something like that. Ball's coming out right. Wind's gonna move it right, but we're partialed, so it's not gonna move it that right. We'll go here. Come on, you gotta roll back in the hole, man. You gotta roll back in the hole, man. Watch the Minecraft movie? No, I didn't, Jim. I don't have any plans on it. I don't have any interest in the movie. My kid's not old enough to have any interest in the movie, so I will probably just forgo it. I know it's high grossing. Obviously, that's mostly because of children, but I haven't heard. Is the movie actually any good? It's kind of the thing I don't really know right now. There we go. There we go. I like have to remind myself on slower greens that I gotta hold on just a little bit longer. Alright, this is playing 176, 198. So if I just, let me just take a little bit of a faded 5-iron. Like choke the 5-iron. Overfaded it with that wind? Never mind. I mean, I guess technically overfaded it because it sat. Just wondering if I could have. I'm just wondering if I could have hit that stock and it would have stopped. Probably. Seems to be with this amount of wind that even a long iron gets stopped. What's going on, Dr. Oatmeal? How we doing? New to this content, dope game though? It is a dope game. I've very much so been enjoying. I hope they fix a few things. Mostly the stuttering at this point, I feel like is probably my biggest complaint. But yeah, I've been having a ball playing this. Saw a video of Jack Black surprising moviegoers in a theater singing before the movie started. I mean, Jack Black he's great though. He is very much so a character. We're striking it. It's got a little draw going. We must have gotten a bad lie in the fairway. I feel like that died on us pretty... Or not even died on us, but I feel like that just kicked so much more. Probably because it held more of the draw shape than I was playing for. Always putting it in the pocket. Oh, this is that hole that I was like, we're just gonna throw daggers. Just fade this one into the hill a little bit. Because this should just bounce and roll down onto the green, yeah? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Little bit extra, 62%. Means we need to hold on a little bit longer. Oh, that's so close. That is so close. That's a nice little stretch there. I didn't realize quite how much we had scored in a row. Got 2 eagles and a bunch of birdies. This is just what we need to do on TGC. This is how we need to treat our qualifier. 34-29. Alright, I just shaved a touch off of it. So hybrid still chases through. 5-iron, not so much. But that was just enough club. I'll take a birdie though. Play a game for 500 bucks? No thanks. I don't play for money. Well, I do, but it's pennies of ad revenue. No, I do not play for money. Thanks, but no thanks. I think 6-iron, I think if we give it just like a baby fade here, we might be fine. Ooh. That was close. Okay, so if somebody says it's because you missed your plane, that was a push plane, by the way. The ball clearly pulled. You can have him, Jordan. I don't want used goods. Speaking of, what up, Danny boy? Are there societies that play for money? There are some, or at least there were back in like 2K21 and 2K23, but I don't really know how you get involved in them. I just remember there were guys that played in them, but I don't know if those were just like, I don't want to call it like closed door, but I don't know if this were just like more privately run and you had to get in contact with them, because I think it was called the Money Tour, if I remember correctly. I don't know if they're in this game. There may be some other ones, but a lot of times I think they run a lot of their stuff through Discord, because obviously you have to, holy snap, Batman, you kind of have to know the people to a certain extent so that you're not getting scanned by a cheater or anything. Well, that was a 10 under back 9. 11 under through the last 10 holes, and we had that just really weird snap on 17 that would have kept the streak alive. What up, Stevie? Welcome back. Have I seen heat before? I've felt heat before. I've seen the Miami Heat before, but I have not seen heat. No. Yeah, that was a pretty dominant victory. That was a pretty dominant victory. I think with the time that took too, because we were cruising, we may as well just go back to back on the career mode rounds because we need them for our weekly. So we'll just run it back. 16 under at the Base Rock Open or the Bass Rock Open. I'm not really sure. Not really sure which one. Yeah, like if that's what we can do in TGC, I'm not even saying to score 16 under. I mean, that would be awesome, but you know, felt like we were able to play the wins pretty well there. You know, I think a lot of it comes down to, can we continue that pace with the rounds, and can we keep our inputs good like we did there? You know, obviously it's all about the ability to repeat successfully, right? Repeat your reads, repeat your inputs. Right now we feel pretty relaxed. It's just transferring that into the rounds that it matters. But Stevie, I take it that Heat is a movie? If so, what is it about? My brain's going a couple different places. It's going like heat is in like cops. It's also going heat is in like I don't know, something sports related. All right, tailor-made ad campaign. What's going on, Garfield? Robert De Niro and Al Pacino movie. I tell you what, I don't know if I've seen a singular Al Pacino movie, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if that's... And Robert De Niro, the ones that I've seen are probably not what you would want me to have seen. I like movies. I just tend to not have watched... Whoa, what was the lie that I was on? I guess it was that much above my feet, but hot dang. This is not easy. It's a crime film? Okay, so I was definitely on the right track when it comes to police related. I suppose I could also try and overpower it, but I suppose going full shape also works, so that you get this like knuckleballed 4-iron, so it gets a little bit of roll. Are they really gonna just give us the same shot over and over? Because I can certainly manage the same shot over and over. One of my skills. Okay, wind died down. Oh, but I got it already. I'm still gonna try. Yeah, the wind really died down. Some of these training events are crazy hard. Yeah, they definitely can be tough. You know what? I don't even think you have to de-loft it. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, the wind dropped like 5 miles an hour. Okay, so we can at least get in one round of the Open. Maybe depending on how things go, we'll run the second one at some point. That one wasn't too bad, mostly because it gives you 9 shots at the exact same thing. Oh. Some of these menus are just a little bit funky. All right, high winds, but very soft, firm, and medium fast. Which just means that fairways are going to be easy to hold. Depending on the winds, we'll see how it goes. It doesn't seem like the green speeds are too crazy. Got a little bit of firmness to them, but it's not playing like firm, very fast. It's not like the rock hard Open greens. All right, just get it out into play. We can get it out into play on the right-hand side. We create an angle, and angles are good. Okay, this is going to be firmer than the last round that we played. These are basically going to cancel each other out, if not come up just a touch shorter, but it's firm and medium fast. So I'm going to play it like here. Underswung it. Oh, stutters. Nice. Oh, come on. It goes so long, it looks like, and then I feel like it does the camera angle flip most of the time when it's not going to drop. I don't know if that's actually a thing. Alright, pretty tight out there, so I'm trying to cover the bunker and bounce it into the fairway, but that's not gonna happen. So it's just straight into heavy rough. I actually think you take the 4-iron here. With the wind at the back, I feel like this 4-iron is gonna land and chase. Oh, I needed just a little bit more legs. Just a little bit more legs. Okay, not the worst. I was trying to feel that one out. Wasn't 100% certain how it was going to bounce and roll out. I gave it a little bit too much respect. 164, 163. Let's just call it like 155. So we've got probably need to carry it like 150. I have a feeling that the choked 9 is actually not going to be useful because I feel like this is going to want to roll out more. I don't know if that just bounced more because we landed on the fringe. I feel like that might be the case. Come on, man. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. It's stuff like that that I just don't... I don't quite understand how people just make as many putts as they do. Like, I feel like we're always dancing around the hole in some capacity. So when you just watch other people making putts all the time... Always just wonder, what do they know or what do they see that's so different from me? There we go. There we go. Just need to see some drop. Just need to see some drop. I'm going for it. Why not? We've been striking it well. It's a little bit of a double cross, but it doesn't seem crazy enough. Oh, look at that. Drivable par 4, put it top shelf. Oh, there we go. There's an eagle. That's more my speed. That's more my speed. 180? I mean, let's call it 192. I may as well just go right at it, because thing is, for me, like, it's a front tucked pin. So if we're a little bit long, it's not the end of the world. I just can't flirt with... I can't flirt with the danger short. Just gotta put myself in the best position I can. Okay, I want to fade this one so that it is traveling back towards the right-hand side. Move the ball towards the opening as opposed to towards the rough on the left. I don't have a 313-yard shot that plays 330 to the hole. I mean, even driver off the deck wouldn't be helping me out. So we'll lay it back. Ball's below the feet. We're playing a little fadey. 156, call it 170. And a little fadey, I'm gonna have to... I did need to play that more left. Oh, you know what? Because I faded it. Yeah. Problem is I hit the fade, so... in doing so, I managed to take some of the wind out of play. It's one thing you have to keep in mind is if you're riding with the wind or into the wind, because that plays a role. I'm gonna take hybrid. Hybrid almost got me in trouble there from being short. It's well above the feet. One's at the back though, so the uphill, so I'll play it slightly less. Play it about 160. Feel like that wind didn't play as much. Come on, make putts. Yeah, what's going on, Jay Fields? Qualifier's going all right. We are not making putts. In the qualifier, we missed 5 medium putts through 2 rounds, but we're still at 25 under, so it's going decent. It's not going great. But that's kind of to be expected. Putting has never been a strong suit of mine, so yeah, why would that suddenly change? Is kind of my thought So we're gonna keep rolling. You know, hopefully round 3 today plays to our advantage, and we're able to do well with, you know, with it being windy. I feel like that's the part of qualifying that should favor us versus some other people who can, yeah, maybe hit inputs, but easier conditions are easier conditions type of thing, you know? Come on. Nice. Nice. Hey, what's going on, KG? Watching the last few streams, enjoying the content? Glad to hear that. Explain why you're doing something while doing it makes learning the game easier. That's kind of always been my thing, Kay. I've always tried to, you know, be very forward with what I'm thinking, because it helps other people, and it also, you know, it helps fill the dead air. Because what good is it if I'm gonna stream my gameplay and I'm just gonna sit here quiet? Yeah, I might, if conversation is going a little bit more, I might not explain as much of what I'm doing, but otherwise I think it's a pretty good way to go about it. You're looking for some tips, Bob? Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, yeah, try and take it in. Up the hill, wind off the right. We're hitting kind of straight ball-ish here. I think this is kind of right on the money. Might not have played enough wind. That's pretty good. What's going on, Gimli? Welcome back. Trying to learn how to play on Master? Man, are you atrocious? Well, if you look at it from this perspective, Gimli, the input window is the same regardless of what difficulty setting you're on. So if you play on Pro-Am or if you play on Legend, your input difficulty is the same. The only thing that changes is your forgiveness window. Or like how much, I guess a better way to put it is a 3% miss plays more on higher difficulties. Yeah, so at the point that you're at, it's probably more about limiting your misses than anything else. That drew a little bit more. Just got the game. Definitely the best golf game ever made, in your opinion. It is very good. You know, there are some things that are definitely different than previous games. Some things are harder, some things are easier. You know, I understand arguments that some people... Ooh, wow, I can't believe that grab. Arguments that some people make about, you know, previous games being better and requiring more skill. But, you know, I think it's also the type of thing that over time you gotta innovate and try and do things differently. We're just kind of on a roll right now with our inputs. Which is kind of exactly to the point of, like, somebody coming in for the first time might just think that we're playing on Pro or something, but we're playing on Legend with no vibration and no meter and stuff, but we're hitting our inputs, and so the difficulty right now doesn't seem to matter. It really only comes into play when you miss. All right, 165, 166. 14 off the side like that. So it's probably playing about 176. I'm gonna take a little bit off of it. Maybe a little bit less because it's fading back towards, or drawing towards the wind. I'm gonna say this wind's gonna hold it up. It did more than hold it up. Hold on. I counted backwards. I played the wind like a headwind and not like a tailwind. It plays 156, not 176. Whoops. My bad. I thought the downhill was gonna play a lot more. Well, alrighty then. Alrighty then. Compared to 2K23, the Masters game that was released a while back? Yeah, that was EA's game. It was a good game in some ways, but I just couldn't get behind the randomness in the swings. Like, I hated that it would be like perfect input, but you could still just get like thrown off into the middle of nowhere, and it was like, well, cool, I guess. Like, thanks for that. It's probably about 5 yards too short. I'm gonna take this back just a touch. It's kind of uphill, a little bit left. I know we're partialing it and it's through more, but I gotta imagine this wind is gonna carry us back to the right. Tried to manufacture that shot a little bit too much instead of, I don't know. I tried to play it just a little bit too quickly, not think it through enough. I'm making some putts here. Why can't I do this when it matters? Need to do this on qualifying. All right, par 3. Playing 246. It's probably playing about 256. But I gotta imagine that uphill and with all of this, it's gonna run through a bit more. Look at that thing turn over. Man, 3 woods just cut different. 3 woods just cut wind way different. Hot dang. It just left. What a putt. What a putt. Alright, unfortunately, Twitch needs to run ads. So I know it's in the middle of the round. It sucks, but we're going to let ads roll, and we'll be back in 3 minutes with plenty more golf. BRB, thanks for being here.
It's raining!
Ads. Alright, we back. I apologize for the break being so abrupt. I was trying to speed through the back nine to try and time things up a little bit better, but Twitch wants to run ads when Twitch wants to run ads, and we just do our best to break the content up. How about that? Sit down, pick up the controller in the exact same way, and just go right back to quad perfects. Well, alrighty then. Played a little bit less. What's going on, Rob? How we doing? How we doing? Ate a late dinner. It is late. Busy day, I assume? Also, we're gonna be, just as a general thing, we're gonna play the daily master here in a few minutes. And by a few minutes, I mean after this round. So if anybody wants to get in on that, we'll be have an invitation open. So just a heads up there. We're just striping it. Oh, factored that being a choke shot out absolutely perfectly. All right, that's a good start to the Open. 15 under is going to give us a nice lead. Love that. Very busy, and the wife's birthday is tomorrow. Well, a happy early birthday. You guys have plans? Going out to dinner or something? Doing something a little nice? Just Red Robin with the kids? Hey, nothing wrong with Red Robin. I don't think we have a Red Robin around here. I don't think we have a Red Robin around here. Maps. Yeah, the closest one is like an hour away, I think. What happens when you move to the middle of nowhere? It yeah. When you move to the middle of nowhere, there's certain things that just aren't around. All right, let me get the ranked tours daily and stuff set up, and then we will open the floor for people joining on in. Oh, whoops, I bumped the... had my OBS and bumped the capture off. Hey! Look at that! Look at that! We got 10 merits. and we finished in the top group. The last couple of top finishes that we've got gave us 0 merits, so I don't know what changed, but alright. We finally got merits again. Grew up in the middle of nowhere, moved to the city as an adult. Yeah, I grew up in Philly burbs. And I've definitely lived, not city, but I've lived in like even more suburban areas when I lived in the DMV for a number of years. But now we've moved to middle of nowhere. Not quite, I mean, not like the most middle of nowhere. Like there's definitely more rural places. But we are certainly in rural territory. There's farms all around us, and I mean, heck, there's a place down the road that's called like Rural Water or something like that. All right, room code is in the chat. Anybody wants to join the Daily Master, they are more than welcome to. Don't have dial-up? No, somehow I have fiber, which I'm very thankful for. I mean, the only downside is it's Comcast, so yeah, you take the trade-offs, but it's honestly, I haven't really had any issues with it. It's substantially better than Comcast, like DSL. I suppose the downside to it is once this intro period is up, they're gonna charge us like 2 times what my fiber cost in Virginia. Because in Maryland and Virginia, I think I got like 300 megs up and down for like 40 bucks a month, and I'm getting like 50 bucks a month right now on an intro deal that's going to jump up to like 100 bucks a month. So I'm hoping that another provider comes at some point, or they can do another deal. I don't want to get stuck. Greenlight Fiber? Never heard of them. But I mean, they must be like a more local one. I saw something online about a company that's been like expanding, or like I think just expanded like a couple townships over, and so I put a request in on their site as like I'm interested, because I'm like just on the other side of the township line where they currently run. I'm like, please. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Incredible? Yes, there is room. There is room. Sorry, I missed your message. Yeah, it's open to anybody. I'll leave it open for another minute here. If anybody else wants to join, then we'll roll. How many yards do you adjust for when hitting a choked approach into a headwind? So I haven't worked out like an exact number on it, Danny. I would say start with what you would normally play the wind at, which is normally about like on a true headwind, probably about 1.5 times the wind speed. If it's like a diagonal, I tend to play it like 1x. And then it's like, you know, if it's like kind of just crossing like this, like if it's like a 45 degree 1x, if it's like a 20 degree, we'll call it crosswind, I'll play it like 50%. So start with that, and then maybe just knock a little bit off of it, because when you take a choke shot, it's a lower ball flight, so it should cut through just a little bit more, and it might roll a little bit more. So that's kind of, it probably doesn't take off a crazy amount, but yeah, you can maybe dock like a couple yards in the air and then give that distance back on the ground. But you're gonna have to play with it. I haven't worked those numbers out exactly, but that should give you at least a starting point. Yeah, and because it's lower, it's also not gonna go left to right quite as much, I wouldn't think. All right, we got Mr. Incredible, and we got Gimli. We're going to Highfield Golf Course. Firm, and medium. Good luck out there. Play well. Let's go and throw some darts. You're in rural Ireland, amazed to get full fiber installed, 300 megabits. Yeah, 300 is plenty for, I think, for the most part. I think you only really like need the 500 to a gig line. honestly, if you have like a full family of people that are all like on the internet all the time and like streaming and stuff, like right now it's me, my wife, and a toddler, so 300 is plenty. I think ours even just bumped up to 400. You know, it's nice for being able to upload things, right? And like getting faster YouTube uploads. But beyond that, I don't really see the added. I don't see enough, you know, returns on it for it to be like, oh, a gig would be so much better. Balls above the feet in the wind. So weird with the vibration. So weird with the vibration after not having had vibration for a minute. Good putt. Good putt, good putt. You waited a decade for fiber. Well, I mean, if we're being clear, I didn't have fiber until I was... When we were in that apartment, I was 23. I grew up on, I mean... I had DSL moving out of college. The worst part was growing up, to be honest. Because we got DSL, so we had... Oh, that's a mean kick. That's a really mean kick. I mean, obviously going to be similar story to a lot of people, but dial-up to start, right? But dial-up was when I was like real young. But we got DSL probably like 2003-ish, somewhere in there maybe. But the big thing for me with the DSL was we kept that same DSL all the way through me graduating high school. My thumb slipped. Minus 12% power. Nice. Such a long two-putt. I knew I had to swing 100% on the putt to even have a chance to get it up the hill, and I just like let my thumb slip because I was concerned about having like an input like pace issue. A continuation of a fellow knight of knee? What's going on, Nari? How are you doing, dude? Hope all is well? Come on, Win. Turn it back over to the right. Yeah? Okay, I strongly misjudged what that level of wind was gonna do to it on the way down. I mean, note taken. He likes it, though. How about you make a few putts, guy? What's going on, Flounders? That guy Gimli is a flusher? Dial up all the way through your 20s. Yeah, I had dial up until the point where I was like 7 or 8. I know, woe is me. Woe is me. We just played this course, didn't we? This was the course that we had just played on our first round of career today. Dial up to your 18. Yeah, just the casual reminder that I'm way younger than people remember. Flounders, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. There you go, Nari. I mean, that's not quite Knight of Knee, but Movie time. How are we going with this? Let's play in 162. 174-ish. Throw a little bit of loft onto it. I don't know, because it's choked, how this is going to play. Ah, nah. Guess it's going to play pretty good. That'll work. Just missed a 1 foot putt? Oh no. Oh no. Your entire youth was spent on LucasArts Full Throttle, missed in StarCraft 1. I read the Full Throttle and my mind immediately went to my entire childhood was playing Xbox Live. Well, I guess not my childhood, but my high school years were spent playing Xbox Live full throttled by my DSL connection. Playing 1.5 meg, yeah, 1.5 megabit per second internet online. Not a fun time. Not a fun time. Still gets pretty good loft for the downhill and everything that is. Or like how downhill and partial that shot is. Ball still gets up. Dial down the cheats, Ben? What cheats? I've been getting. Are we getting? It's probably just because I'm putting out more content on YouTube. I've been getting cheat accusations quite a bit lately. I'm just a simple man with a thumb. I play Sculptor Flounders. It's 166 megahertz. Cooking, Rob. Absolutely cooking. 207. Wind at the tail. Probably playing about 200. Uphill. Like, that's going to be too short. Give the 6-iron a little bit. I mean, we striped it. Come on. That was what it needed to be. Get her act together, same outfits in multiple rounds? What do you mean, Lucas? What do you mean same outfit in multiple rounds? Also, McDiddle, thank you for the sub. We're playing the ranked tours, man. We're gonna be reusing. It's not like I'm on TGC round 3 with the same outfit right now. You're just kidding. I know you are, Ben, but there are other people who are not. There's one dude who's been in the comments recently very adamant that I'm cheating and is wondering how I have not been banned from the game yet, which I think is hilarious. Fix my title. I just leave the same title for the whole stream, Lucas. I ain't in the business of updating the title for every single round that I play. I think it's the best all-rounder. For the way that I like to play, I think so. Matt Knight, thank you for the sub as well. The thing is, I think Technician is very good. I think if you don't need the forgiveness and you want to get that little bit extra distance, I think Sculptor and Magician are going to be the next best thing. And personally, I think that Sculptor is the better play, but you know, you can. It's also because I don't really, I mean, not that anybody plans to, but I don't really plan to miss fairways and greens. Like, I trust my reads and my inputs enough that I shouldn't really use the recovery stat, and I'd rather the shaping stat than the recovery stat. Minus 70 sus? Now, woe is... I mean, some of those people are just people that have been on plat for a while and have won in the past. They're just very, very good. Oh, that's why I can't partial it the way that I want. I don't know how I'm going to play this. 295 is probably playing about 290. 30 yards on the ground with the 3-wood seems a bit much. But I can kind of do the same with the driver here. A little bit open face, but... Oh no, you know what? Probably could have played that where the... Probably could have partialed the driver back to where the 3-wood was to run it out. That was a misplay. Yo, what's going on, Fly Guy? I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. How are you doing? Man, I suck at hitting that straight line. I mean, easy birdie, but definitely should have had a chance at an eagle putt. What HUD settings? I have default HUD and then I have the distance info in the HUD. So I like to see everything, this being the most important here, because I don't have the distance info on the flag, because we play with the A marker in marker only. Actually, do I need to power drive this? It's downhill with into wind, but it's back uphill to the hole. I think we do still play it. We've been striping the ball well enough. Got to watch the O's get a win, so feeling pretty good. How the Phils treating me? They started the season treating me pretty well, but I think they burned it out all on the Dodgers, and it's been stressful ever since. So I don't know exactly how the rest of their season's gonna go, but as it stands right now, it is stress. Alright, a little bit of a fade, because it's gonna kick left from here. Come on. You gotta give it to me one time. You gotta give me the albatross one time. It'll come. It'll come. I don't have, like, any official build video, Rob. I probably should have something. Because at the end of the day, it might not be the most meta. I mean, it's fairly meta, but, you know, give people all the options. Yeah, I hope so. The bullpen is scaring me, or just like the pitching in general. Plays no build. I am a no build Fortniter. Not that I really Fortnite much. I don't always Fortnite, but when I do, I prefer no build. This is playing into the mid 80s. But of course, I'm at like an awkward, I don't know what 80 yards looks like. 73, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be mid-80s. Ish. I don't know. Trusted, I guess. Trust the grids to a certain extent. Yeah, I mean, it's so uphill. That's a hard one. That's one thing you have to worry about with getting yourself too close. Is not really having the numbers for it. Heard anything more about that 65 overall tour? No, I don't think we'll hear much more about it until qualifying is done. Because they, I think, would have to remove 3-click officially, right? You're here representing all the fellow hackers of the golf ball, Gimli? Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. There are thousands of people that play this game. There are all different sorts of skill levels. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, so long as you enjoy it and, you know, trying to get better, that's all that really matters. Also, Spartan Dog coming in with the raid. How we doing? How was the stream? Hope all is well. Thank you for bringing your people in here. Welcome on in, everybody from Sparties. We're playing the Daily Master right now. We're going to be playing the TGC qualifier a little bit later here this evening. Even with the Penn State shirt? What's up from across the Big Ten? We can be amicable. Hey, we can at least agree on this, Sparty. We're not Michigan. Or Ohio State, for that matter. But, you know, that's how we live in peace. That's how we live in peace. Very similar lines by Mr. Incredible and myself. His was a little bit higher, but we both misread that like the exact same way. Stole your next QB, McDiddle? You took our... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys took Bo. I did not swing the inputs well on that one. Bo looks mighty fine in black and gold. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. I mean, hopefully he works out for you better than Tommy Stevens did for Mississippi State a number of years ago. I feel like it was kind of a similar situation. You know, dual threat quarterback, played as backup, went to greener pastures, and didn't pan out. I know Will Levis had a good transfer at Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, hopefully things work out for you. I mean, I suppose it's better for us that he's going to the SEC than to, you know, a rival or something. All right, we're reading the putts here. We missed that one putt, and we're still 16 under through 14. Ignore the fact that you hit OB there. You got it. Hit who? Ooh, a little stinger for Mr. Incredible? I'm just going for the 3-wood here, rolled on the green. I guess hitting a stinger gets it down there and chases it pretty good. Where did you end up? Oh, you laid up with the stinger, okay. I thought you were taking like a driver stinger onto the green type of thing. Oh, that broke early. Dang. Maybe I had the right read with more pace? Maybe. Maybe I had the right read with more pace. Well, who knows? I do appreciate that there's a little bit of wind going on in this round here. All right, and I think hybrid's got to chase more, right? Down the hill, wind sideways. I understand that I'm playing it a little bit less. That's a good angle. Oh, still chased out a few more yards. Dang. Bad times going for this green? Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on your confidence in hitting your shot, right? That one to me. All right. Apparently there is no break. That one for me, I've been striking it well enough, and I feel like it kicks. From the number of times that I've played that shot now, it kicks forward more than it kicks left, so I know that I can kind of chase it in and scoot it on up there. Perfect spinner, easy tap in. Gotcha. Yeah, we've been consistent enough tonight on our inputs that I haven't been really scared, so to speak. Though something like this, I am a bit scared, because alright, I'm going to put a little bit of overpower, because I'm going to try and carry this ridge, but put it faded and lofted to hop and sit as much as a 7-iron can with tailwind. Not bad. I don't know if I should have gone... I don't know if I should have tried to go more aggressive. Those last two putts really didn't move all that much. Weird. We were kind of rolling it crazy good, and then those last two holes just didn't really break. We had a chance to go for like a 20 under here, honestly. Like this, like I'm confident enough. I'm gonna talk through my swing and quad perfected up this hole. They're just maybe a little too confident. How does that kick over to heavy rough? On the right-hand side of all places. Like, how do we end up here? Don't quite follow that one. Ah, man. Look at that release. Look at that release. Ugh. Man, at least that one had a little bit more break in it. We missed it. It was like we couldn't be stopped, and then all of a sudden the putts just stopped dropping and the scores stopped, which is kind of story of my life. It knew I was being too cocky, Lucas. I know. I know. Happy for... I'm happy for Rory to even... Like... I know that not everybody's going to be their favorite, but you know, watching history, watching the struggle over the years, watching the way that he's been playing in recent times to finally get it done. Yeah, you have to really dislike somebody, I think. What's going on, Jesse? You like my character? He's 69 in every stat. So, you know, he is nice. Yeah, we could have been up there, at least 19. Maybe even 20. Your nephew wanted Bryson to win? Had to explain to him why that's a bad idea. Hey, thanks for playing, guys. Yeah, would have made a great scramble. Would have absolutely made a great scramble. All right, let's what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play that second round of the Open on our career mode. There's gonna be an ad break we're gonna get hit with in the middle of it, and that's okay. And then we'll finish it up, and then we'll hop into TGC round 3. Medium, very soft. Okay. The People's Champ. I do like Bryson. He's been. I think I like him more now than I did a number of years ago. I feel like when he cooled it on the bulking, I mean, he still obviously goes for the power, but at the peak of his bulk, I think he's just kind of always been a little bit of an odd character. Hard to tell if I liked or disliked him. I think I do like him. Yeah, you get to see a little bit more behind the curtain, honestly, with the YouTube and everything, and I think that certainly helps. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of young people like him too, is that they have more direct access. Excuse me. Alrighty then. That was one of your best rounds on Master at 7 over? Hey, nothing wrong with that, Gimli. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Keep at it. We all start somewhere. You know, for me, this game is more about improving on my inputs, or it was more about not improving on my inputs, more about getting acquainted with the inputs, because we have years of game knowledge experience, and like the physics play largely the same, or at least the key components of it do. Oh, that doesn't stay up. Middle Coffee, thank you very much for the follow. Greenskeeper? I forget if it was you that we talked about with it yesterday, Gimli, or not, but I think I'll repeat it regardless. I think Greenskeeper, in my opinion, is probably the worst of the archetypes. Main reason being, I think that the putting stat, it has too much in putting and not enough in the stats that I value. Oh, come on. Okay, I have to focus on that swing path. I'm swinging left to right on my putt. Thick Hockey, painting a picture for you, but you enjoyed his play. Yeah, and it's always like, I think it depends on what you watch of somebody. Like, you can always, you know, I don't know, you can watch one thing and think something's on. You know, I've watched people on Twitch and, you know, made instant judgments and then have gone back other times, and you're like, I guess I just saw it in a different light that day. Starting to flare the face open a little bit, not great. Yeah, greenskeeper, not great. Technician, I would definitely say is a good starting place for beginners. And then I would say moving into a sculptor or magician would be a good play if you feel like you can finally abandon the extra bits of forgiveness. How to rank the archetypes, Rovo? I would say, I guess it's kind of hard. I would say in terms of like, what's the easiest? Or like the best, I guess the best balance for like a new person, I think technician is gonna be #1. I think your 2 and 3 are gonna be sculptor and magician. I personally prefer sculptor, and then I would say powerhouse and then greenskeeper. But yeah, I don't really know how good. Don't really know how good the powerhouse actually is, but I just feel like greenskeeper is so heavily weighted into putting. But the way that I view putting is that if you are missing enough for the putt contact and putt path to actually come into play, because it takes a big miss for them to go offline, that the points spent in those stats are not going to save you anyway. That's kind of my stance, if that makes sense. What's going on, Kine? Like, you have to miss by a large degree on the putt path or the putt path or the putt path or the putt contact for your ball to like actually move enough offline to start missing putts. Generally speaking, you're not going to get enough forgiveness from the added stats to overcome that. Like putting, in my opinion, you have to just be better at the inputs regardless of how many points you put in order to correct it. And so for that, those are all like wasted points. I think putt weight and putt rhythm are more powerful, but all your stats are in putting. And so you're really gimping yourself on your approach game. Yeah, powerhouse has distance, so that's like kind of up there more if you've got personally more consistency on your shots. Underswung it, but that's honestly not the worst thing, because I was afraid I might be a little long. And that just didn't take the wind anywhere near as much and was just a straight uphill that destroyed that shot. Got it. 3-degree push. Don't love sculptors. They make you waste points in correction versus magician. Yes, but I would also argue, yeah, I mean, I do get that. But I think magician has too many points into recovery versus I would rather have them in shaping. I don't know how I got off the mark on that one. I mean, at least this is a layup anyway. There we go, back on track. But yeah, I started with sculptors, so like I learned the 70. I have my stuff in a way that like you can still get it to 85 by playing three swing path fittings. And the Phillies got wrecked again. Love that. Ball was certainly below my feet. Your recovery shots are good? Yeah, I just think that, like, as you get better, this is why, like, Technician is probably better in the beginning. But then as you get more accurate on your approaches and stuff, recovery shots are a shot that are used a lower percentage of the time, right? And so with that, like, I use shaping a higher frequency than I use recovery. And, like, shaping is really nice because I can always get my correction back to the same point. Whereas recovery for me, like, on a good round is just a completely dead stat. So I think people oftentimes view shaping more in the light of, like, well, I don't loft or de-loft, or I don't play draws, I don't play the big fades, but the fact of the matter is I can play a 5-yard cut as a draw bias and not have anything change, and I can get out of some pretty ugly lies and get it back down to my normal correction, and maybe I just have to play like a really big fade shot or a really big draw, but I don't have to, you know, worry about anything else. That's the reason you've stuck with Sculptor Basket. I personally really like it, but I think it's just about, I think it's a lot of how you frame it. I think you need some points in recovery, right? I think you need to have points in recovery to make it in a way where you don't get the, like, completely crap lies. How does the wind play that much? Right, so, like, you want to get rid of the, like, really, really low rolled stuff, but oh my gosh. Can't seem to make a putt anymore. Can't seem to make a putt anymore. But if you get, like, up close to, like, 70 recovery, you know, you can get your heavy rough lies to be, like, you know, 80%. Sure, is it great if they're, like, is it great if they're 90%? Absolutely. But, again, that's a percentage play. We're not playing with the exact number on, so, like, I can't see the range. Sure, it's better and tighter, but I don't know. I'm basically making a bet on myself that I am going to be able to keep the ball in play. You know, trust my reads and everything enough. You know, I really try and play a Furs and Gers game. What's going on, Fib? Ton of corrections on your swing bias with shape? Absolutely. Find higher shaping helps with front pins versus lower shaping? I don't know about that. I haven't, like, tested that out in particular. Sculptor also gives me more distance. Gimli, that is a paid subscription. Thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoy your faces. Too kind. I have not played round 3 yet. We're going to be playing round 3 here in a little bit. Try some Makachata builds. I mean, I think he just gives, I mean, he's making builds on everything, but just because a build exists, I don't think makes it good. I mean, if you wanna spend the VC on it, then go ahead. Oh, he's tucking it. Get in there. But what I was gonna say is you get more power out of a sculptor, and so you're taking like front pins on with maybe slightly like a one less, you know, taking one club less in, and you've got more spin on that club because you've got more power, because I believe that the spin and power are correlated in this. So, you know, getting the extra distance compared to technicians. Now, the top guys are hitting 108 drives and are able to overcome that, but for the average player is not overcoming that. Kind of have to play this past the hole. There we go. I haven't watched the videos. A lot of times I've watched like some of his stuff, but a lot of times I still go for my own sake and test things out myself, just because I know the way that I like to, you know, that I look at the game and want to go through stuff. Just personal preference. Very inviting pin back here. Very inviting. That will tilt it for you. A little spin to ease some of those tougher front pins. Barely ever shape the golf ball. I shape it always to the same point. I'm just saying I can shape it all the way out here and hit a 5-yard cut. Right? So like I can take the driver as a draw bias and hit that cut. And for me, the way that they set up some of these tee boxes and some of these things, like, that's just personally how I prefer it. I just think shaping really helps you with that. Bad lies, I feel like, are worse for, like, bad side hill lies are worse for me than bad rough lies. I feel like I can pretty much, of course I'm gonna blast that pass. I feel like I can play it like 2 clubs up and choke it, and we're fine. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we got ads, so we got a BRB, but we got plenty of golf left.
It's raining.
Ads. I wish I could space these ads out just a little bit further. The auto ads want to run them like every almost 50 minutes. I could do them exactly on the hour, but then I would not be able to snooze them at all. But I might have to mess with that, or mess with doing things manually. Uh-oh. I did not grip the controller the same. Well, that's always the risk. That's why I wanted to leave myself a few holes before we started. That's actually a decent lie. Is the open gonna kill me? Kinda, sorta. Alright, I suck at putting. I mean, I suck at chipping, rather. And by suck at chipping, I mean I suck at getting the line right. Breaks a bunch off that, and then you're down. That's gonna be in. Dang it. Almost had it. Honestly, pretty good read. But yeah, I think that's kind of that's why I put Magician and Sculptor on similar tiers. I personally prefer Sculptor, but I think it ultimately boils down to personal preference and play style. Oh, I pulled it. I think shaping is a valuable stat. But not everybody sees it that way. So if you think recovery is better than the Magician, I think that the extra distance you get, being able to take more spin into holes, because we know that at least in Plat, like, these courses are gonna get longer. They're gonna challenge the technicians. They're gonna say, okay, you chose to go forgiveness, and they're gonna kill you with length. And I think if you can handle it, you know, if you're consistent enough and you can handle it, I think there's something to be said about going Sculptor or Magician. What's going on, Spencer? Have I played today's TGC round? I have not. We're gonna be diving into that right after this round. So just in time. What's up, Garrett? Never played a PGA game? What options for online play and how is it? I think it's very good. I think it's very good. There are a lot of options in terms of difficulty, both in offline mode. Like, offline mode has the most customization for difficulty combinations. Online has default Pro-Am, Pro, and Master. So the settings are perfect swing, which is basically you can input whatever and it's going to go where you want it, or where you aim it, rather. Then you've got the Pro-Am, Pro, I think there's maybe even one below Pro-Am, Pro, Master, Legend. As far as the online, so they have ranked matchmaking, which is going to be match play, both solos and duos. That's on Pro. They've got what they call the ranked tours, which is they have a daily ranked event, 18 holes, and they have a weekly event, 72 holes, right? So it's a 4-round event. They try and follow the PGA schedule for that as much as possible. They have a daily Pro-Am, Pro, and Master, and then a weekly variation of each of those as well. And then there are what are called societies. which are basically groups that can run their own tournaments, whether they be daily, 2-day, 3-day, week-long tournaments, and they can set whatever difficulty combinations they want. Been lurking for the past hour? Well, I don't know that, so I'm saying hi because I'm talking to you now. Either way, hope you're well. I'm gonna land this 8-iron. This is kind of risky, but this 8-iron to me, I feel like I gotta land it short and hope that it just barely dribbles on to that down. Oh no, we left it short. This downslope scared me, so I didn't. Good touch. I just didn't want to go after it. Feels bad, man. What's going on, RJ? The wear and earn disappeared before you could do it. So the wear and earn must have came on at like, what, 8 p.m. Eastern yesterday, disappeared 8 p.m. Eastern today, but the shop refreshes at noon. So they literally gave people an 8-hour window to do it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Open champion. Woo. Yeah, so they refresh the shop at a different time than they do that. That's brilliant. Says you can do it until 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's so messed up. Not officially, Garrett. So people recreate courses all the time. Augusta is one that gets recreated often and taken down often. Legal issues. So they technically don't take it down. If you favorite it, it's still there on the server, but they block it from being searched. So you kind of have to catch them and favorite them and tuck them away if you can when you have the chance. But otherwise, no, it is not officially in the game. So that's 3 of the majors. We unfortunately lost the US Open, I think. I think we lost the US Open on our first pass. We'll have to get it next season. All right, let's do this interview, and then it's time. And then it's time. Sure. It does happen with other courses. Augusta, I just think is the most relevant one. You know, because they have licensing and stuff. Like, they're one of the biggest courses. It's like the bigger the course, the more likely the lawsuit. Yeah, so 2K, to try and circumvent it, when they find out about courses like that, they block it because they just don't want to get into legal stuff. Because I think behind the scenes there's probably a lot of legal things that happen that obviously don't get surfaced. You know, I think it's for that same reason that we don't see more just random, you know, highly played user created courses make their way into like the ranked or ranked tour rotation, because basically that's putting 2K's stamp of approval on it, and as soon as 2K puts its stamp of approval on it, that just opens them up big time. How about instead of extra followers, that maybe they gave us some sponsorship bonus by winning the major with them as a sponsor? How about that? That'd be nice. Oh, you know, we did have Colin as a rival there. I got concerned for a second. Okay, I think it's time. I think we're prepped and ready. I know, Vandy. They're so slow, man. We're two to level 9. 2 to level 9 at this point. It's not great, but you know, it is what it is. Double my player XP. Let me get double sponsorship XP. Yeah, just get everybody grinding in career mode to get that quest done. It's such a long quest. Just like your IRL sponsors still waiting. Well, you're still waiting for sponsors, you mean? I mean, who wouldn't want to sponsor like a 26 handicap golfer who doesn't play in any tournaments? I don't know. I don't make any IRL golf content. I don't play in tournaments, but they should just sponsor me anyway. I'm here. All right, let's do it. Round 3 of TGC Tours qualifying for PGA Tour 2K25. Heading back out to Combe Point Championship. It's been a slog so far. We've been playing not too shabby, but the putter has failed us. But as we head out into round 3, the conditions get a little bit more difficult, or so I've been told. We're still playing on the middle tees, so that doesn't sound too bad, but the winds get higher. They're out of the south. We've got firm, and moderate. So if we can dial in the winds, make a few putts, we might just set ourselves up for a good start to the weekend. Still to put multiple, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely put multiple seasons still. So off the tee here at the start of the 3rd round, we get wind at the tail. Now we do know from experience that these have been bounding down a good ways. I don't think I want to go so much as taking it back to 3-wood, but I do think we want to maybe partial this drive a little bit, take a 91%er, and we'll go quad perfects right down the center of the fairway. Give it plenty of room to roll out, but I'm basically just taking that pinch out of play. That's my ultimate goal. What happens in the weekend? Be playing this weekend? Well, I mean the virtual weekend, right? 4-round tournament, Thursday, Friday, round 3 being Saturday. That's more so what I'm talking about. It's not quite moving day because, well, there's not like we made the cut and now we're trying to win it, but we're definitely trying to move our way up the leaderboard here a bit. 215, wind is playing, but we're fading that same direction, so we are gonna lose probably a little bit less distance on this. That's 6 yards off, but I feel like that 6 yards off could be detrimental. I'm gonna play just a little bit of loft. Actually, you know what? I'm getting myself. It's okay if we go long. It's more about getting the left to right and just being in this flat spot. So let's just do that. Let's just try and get up into that flat spot. If we go a little bit long, we do. Wow, that played really good distance. That played substantially more to the right. Hot dang, did that just come off wrong? Pick allowed in the qualifier? All of the skills are allowed in the qualifier. Okay, this is where one would probably normally super flop because it's super cheesy. But honestly, I don't really have this play in my bag. Like hitting that swing is just, for me, it's a desperation measure because I just don't have it. So I'm gonna try and check this into the top of the hill here. and roll it at the hole if I can. Trying to bounce straight through. It's moving left. I'll take that. I'll take that. If we can get a little bit more on it, we could have given it a run, but I'll take a birdie. Tried it once and it wasn't available, but probably just nerves. Yeah, there's nothing that can restrict skills. Yeah, we just gotta take a regular 3-wood here. Joseph, thank you for the sub. What's going on, Animal Beast? Alright, ball's a little bit below the feet. Wind is playing pretty strong. I gotta just make sure that we are giving enough here. If this is gonna land back here, trying to chase the 5-iron up the hill. Bruiser, that is also real money. That is 2 paid-for subscriptions. Bruiser, hope you enjoy your faces. Thank you kindly. Get in there. 5-iron? Is it gonna chase? It's firm, but then kind of slow-ish. That's a tough ask. It's uphill, ball slightly below the feet. I'll air left just to be a little bit cautious. I'll hold on to it just a touch. I'll go 101. I'll go 101. Because I feel like 100% not enough. Yeah, definitely needed that to be like 102, 103, but I wasn't committed. I wasn't committed to more. Like we've talked about, we've got to fail with confidence. Didn't want to turn for me. Oh, man. How's it going, Bruiser? Rennie, welcome back. Totally scuffed your quali, had too many beers, thinking you got this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I mean, if scuffed means, like, fully scuffed, no tour card, there's always next week. There's always next week. All right, 204... Probably playing close to 220. 4-iron into this. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Kind of straight ball it here. And then wind. Oh, no, I left the face open. My thumb kind of slipped there. Ah, that's not the side to miss. Plus 14 bad. Ah. That's alright. That's alright, it happens. Get after it again next week. If first you don't succeed, you just gotta try again, right? Alright, decent recovery. Almost missed the putt, though. Jeez. Practice round 0, 21 under? That's why you don't practice. I mean, that's the motto I live by. I'm not saying that's the right... I'm not saying that's the right motto. But I look at it more through the lens of... I want to be good regardless of my course knowledge. I ended up... I don't know. I think I'm going to try this because I'm having a hard time seeing many options for getting there in 2 unless we get aggressive with it. So we're just going to stripe this power drive into the right rough and hope that it lands soft enough that we hold fairway. Because rough seems to be a bit less bouncy. 2 beers less next qualify? Yeah, just keep decreasing the beer count until you get it. I think that's probably the approach to take. 212. This is honestly probably playing like mid 220s. So I think if we take 4 iron, we're going to be short. That's 215. So somewhere back here, I think is going to be it. Oh, it did hold up right. I was thinking it was going to go more left, so I kind of held it up. We're on in 2. That's all that really matters. I just was still afraid that the hybrid short was going to be a problem. So well, we've got a triple breaker. It's breaking left early. It's going to be moving back to the right, but then I think it ultimately holds up left at the end. %75%. All right, we nailed it. Get right. Get right. Go back in. There we go. 44 footer. I think that's my longest of the game. I think that's my longest of the game thus far. I still haven't made anything over 45 feet. Or no. It might not be the longest of the game. I think I've made 3 over 45. I haven't made any over 50 yet. So maybe not the longest, but it's definitely up there. Quicklin, welcome back. Ears fan, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Tiger Vision it? There is no putt preview in this. Or not on the settings that we play. They're turned off. All right, balls above the feet. Wind is playing it off that way. And it's playing downhill downwind, so yeah, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, this is a sculptor build, Mike. Yes, indeed. It's playing 160. I mean, this is probably carrying it about pin high. Need to land it short and let it run. I'm going more left. Or more right, rather. I know my directions. That's it. That's it. A little bit out there. Mike, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Alright, didn't shave enough off, but that's always tough with the tailwind there. It's a little bit right, more right, more right. So a little bit more, and then there. No way. No way, that just runs over the side of the hole. Come on now. I thought because I was hitting it a little bit firmer that it was gonna drop. I'm gonna play a little bit of fade actually on this. I double crossed myself. Okay, well this just got interesting. Okay, ball's a little above my feet. This ball is absolutely buried. Ball's above the feet, it's drawing. I know it's out of this, but... Cool. Love that for me. Love that for me. Try that again. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we managed to hold that to save, well, to not to save, but just to birdie it? What a par save. What a par save. Oh man. What's going on, Stash? Contact and swing path fittings don't really increase the white square a whole lot. They do a little bit. It's just like it takes a lot of them to really notice it. The bigger effect is going to be your skills. Increasing the skills are going to do more. Are you serious? I laid that up and then put it in the heavy rough. Oh, this sucks. I don't know that I'm going to be able to, like, get this to sit. Come on. Come on, Colby. Come on, Colby. You can't be doing that stuff. It just freaking... That popped so far right. I know that my plane was open, but like, man, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? All right, settle it down. Settle it down. Slow start. That means nothing. It means nothing because we've been striking it pretty well. Just a couple of things going wrong here. Couple of things going wrong and just a whole lacking of putt making, so. There we go. There we go. All right, let's turn it around. Hitting the lip and it shoots 20 feet up in the air. It sucks that like I was in a bush. I can't see anything. You know what I mean? I think that was the part that kind of killed me. I thought that was going to carry further, to be honest. I really thought that 3-wood elevation wind we were going to get. I thought that was going to be better. Okay. Well. What do we got here? I mean, it's playing 169. Nice. Little downhill. Little downhill lie. 68, but like... Wind at the back a few yards. It's playing in the mid-160s. I don't know, I almost feel like this 7-iron is still gonna, out of the heavy rough, I feel like it's still gonna chase. It's gonna be a lower ball flight, but I think it's still gonna turn over. Yeah, look at that. I got like a flyer lie out of that. Needed less club. The fittings are kind of useless. I wouldn't say they're useless. I mean, I still think having an extra bit of stats on your clubs is good because I think it just increases the forgiveness Yeah, maybe a little bit less than what's visual, but... Okay, I think we have to actually try... the cheese shot. I gotta change my grip for this. It's out to the right. I mean, I suck. But, like, that at least saves the nearsighted distance control. Can't be doing that, man. Playing no meter so much more challenging for you? I can't believe that, like... I mean, I can believe it. We were cruising... playing on the same difficulty settings and everything, but as soon as it matters... The brain does some seriously funky things. But I also think I speed myself up a little bit when I'm playing these. Gotta slow it down. 147. Let's call it 14 miles an hour of wind. It's playing about 161. Choked 8's gonna cut it through a bit. It is on an uphill lie. Play a little often backspin, but I still want to make sure... Still want to make sure we get through. Did not want the 101, but I like the line. Just wish I would have hit it shorter. Say they're adding weather? What? No? I didn't say that. Where are you getting this information, Fly Guy? How much is this actually breaking? Because the thing is, it looks like so little. But I know as soon as I play it as so little, it's going to break so much. But if I play it as so much, it's going to break so little. Alright, I'm playing it here. There was no winning. There was no winning. Because I know full well if I don't play that, I'm going low. Just mild frustrations. Just mild frustrations of things that, like, should go better, but I can't putt. That's been my crux for 3 games now. I continue to struggle to putt. That still needed to be left. But like I can distance control like a good number of them, but it's like the more that I try and read these I mean, I guess it doesn't even matter. The last one didn't break a lot and that was downhill, so this one, if I put it like left edge with pace, miss it low. Cool. Cool. I mean, this is basically setting us up on track for Elite now, which is what we predicted at the start. It's just, you hate for it to go this way. You absolutely hate for it to go this way. I don't know if I'm overthinking putting or if I'm really just that good at reading it just barely wrong. Like, I don't know where I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit moany, which is not where I want to be. I gotta take the good stuff away from that. We're gonna be left, aren't we? Pin high, but did not read that wind correctly at all. There we go. There we go. Take a putt. Well, we still have plenty of holes. I know that's 5 under through 12. But we got 6 holes left to do something. We got 6 holes left to do something. We can still get to double digits. The sad part is it's really not the wins that have done us in here. It's just like the continued hour putting. I think we're kind of in between here. 6 iron, 191. About 7 yards short. Maybe we try and knuckleball it? Good swing. Knuckleballed it too much. Gosh darn it, Colby. Now I'm just overthinking everything. What's going on, Joshua? Welcome to the frustration. Welcome to the frustration, everybody. I can't putt, and now I'm overthinking everything else about my game. In compensation. How's 2K25? It's good. It's good. I'm just still bad at putting. Just do better. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I think I've missed through 2.5 rounds. I've probably missed at least 7 putts inside 10 feet. Like, at least. So, you know. Just the way you like it. We strike the ball well. We put the ball into places where other people would make putts. But it's like I get to this distance and it's like, well, might miss it. Look at that, almost missed it. They did not remove 3-click, but 3-click is currently not in ranked. So do with that information, I guess, what you will. We're gonna play a fade into this. Try and hold it up. Try and hold it up left or right side of the fairway, and I'm just gonna now hit. I'm just now gonna miss my input because why wouldn't I? Barely missed my input the entire rest of the round, but we'll do it now. Anywho, I'm just in a little bit of tilt mode. Stop telling myself that Danny, I do make the occasional long one. I'm just saying I miss a lot that should be made, and very, very frequently. Mr. Scuba, thank you for the follow. Rocco's, welcome back. Clubs are just aesthetic. Only thing is the limited edition ones. They're just slightly better because they don't lose fittings when you upgrade them. Okay, come on, let's do something. Let's do something here. 174. This is such an awkward. Gonna land short of here, but the bounce is not gonna quite have the rollout. I'm gonna take the 7-iron back because I think it's gonna chase. That played more draw. Pick right. I probably could have played the 8. The way that that bounced off of the fairway, holy cow. The way that bounced off the fairway, I could have played the 8-iron. That's something that I guess I still need to get better at. We've done better, Stando. Want to throw my putter in the garbage this tournament? I've tried doing that before, Danny. I've tried doing that before. Unfortunately, it hasn't done me any good. All right, 3-wood. 3-wood with a little bit of fade on it. Get it in that slot. Give ourselves a chance at an eagle putt here. Because 3-wood sits nicer than like the partial driver shots do. Come on. Come on. We gotta convert. Okay. Try without green reader? I mean, I only have 2 upgrades on it, and I struggled with I struggled without it. I struggle with it, I struggle without it. Shot a nice 5 under first round to get that plat card. Yeah, leave no doubt about the level of golf that you're about to play over the course of the tournament. Now, I've always had very high standards for myself, and anybody that's been around here for a while knows that. Yeah, I think it's just we're kind of frustratingly in that, like, that's the part of our game that has always been a struggle, and I don't know how to get it better, but that's what I need to get better. You know, if I ever want to have a chance at winning or being at the top more. Okay, come on, one last hole. One last hole. Because it seems that I can only make, right now it feels like I can only make putts of that length. Okay, I missed it open, but we were already fading it into the wind there, so that's going to help us out quite substantially. Alright, come on, let's do away with the frustrations. It's 192 yards. 7-iron. The problem is I can't land it on the green, I don't think, without it bouncing and rolling a ton. So I like wonder if I go a club back, you know, let this carry out to like 170 or something. Is it gonna bounce 22 yards? Because it's not a full tailwind. So I don't know if I go a few yards further. We're gonna let this ride. It's a little bit partialed. Ball's slightly above the feet. I'm trying to land it short. Bounce the 7 just barely on. Took a couple extra hops. That's so tough, man. That's so tough, man. I don't know how you go about that. And then the little bit of break right back at the hole at the end. Oh. I thought it was gonna break more. Alright. I mean, we salvaged it a little bit at the end. 9 under's not great. 9 under's not great. I mean, for those conditions, it's fine. It's just the putter. It's just the putter again. Forever and always, the putter is the thing that we're gonna live and die by. You know, I can only put it 2 feet from the hole so many times. So, I apologize. That was a lot more frustration and whininess that I hate having that come out. I think at least we can settle into the fact that we're going to Elite. That has dropped us just enough, so it is what it is. We'll see if we can have a miraculous round 4 tomorrow, but I'm at peace with it. Our putting is just not where it needs to be. J Prime, thank you for the follow. 13, welcome back. I'm not sure yet. Killed a man in the grandstand? Oh no. Oh no. So let's see. Our proximity was still good. We weren't as good on Gers. But yeah, missed 2 medium putts. I missed another 2 medium putts. And like I've missed long putts that I should make. It's just like, this is the thing that's frustrating for me. 85% green and reg, 17-foot proximity to hole. I'm at 65% inside 10 feet. I'm at 65% inside 10 feet, and then, yeah, for the proximity that we have, this is not good. Sub 50% on long putts, but if our proximity to hole is only 17 feet, that means we're missing a lot of short long putts. Just shoot 20 under tomorrow? Yeah, I'll get right on that. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of forever the struggle. That's forever the struggle. I mean, that's good bounce back. It's good bounce back, you know, in those last couple of holes there to grab that eagle. But yeah, I mean, we just can't be missing things like that. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. So yeah, I apologize. I'm not like a fun, angry person. It's moany and whiny, and I just get very frustrated with myself because I know that that's the missing piece to my game. All right, so what we're looking for top 80 to see where the plat line is at. I know it's gonna move. I know it's gonna move off. So 80 is 45 at the moment. Quite a few at 45. I mean, so yeah, if we manage a 12 or 13 on round 4, we could put ourselves 12 or 13, we could put ourselves in a fringe position. We could put ourselves in a fringe position to make it. I mean, we'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. that 61's not the worst thing, all things considered, but yeah, that putter to be, what was it, 20 putts, 65%? So that's 7 missed putts inside 10 feet. That puts us at 41. Like, it's just a very different story. Will 25 even get a card, Josh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're giving out like 1,800 cards. It's going to be somewhere closer to even. I would not worry about. 25 is going to be some sort of Pro Tour, maybe upper CC. You might not make it with a 4 under. I can't imagine it goes. I can't imagine it pushes that low, RJ. I mean, that would be crazy. I mean, there's always a chance. There's always a chance that it pushes like that. I don't think so. 2 under so far is the cutoff. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Because the weekend conditions are harder. So, like, those numbers don't quite matter at the moment. You know, that number, I think, is going to get actually worse because of the round 3 and 4. Maz, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, that's 3 rounds in the book. The putter's just been disappointing us, and maybe it's this course. Maybe it's this course that doesn't agree with us, because we shot, you know, we played the open course on similar conditions, which I know is not the same, right? But, like, you know, it's an official course versus whatever. We played the open course on same difficulty, pretty similar conditions with winds and everything, and we shot like 16 under. So I know that the game is there. It's just a matter of making putts and holding it close and all that good stuff. So we fight again tomorrow. And I know even if we don't make it to plat right out the gate, we'll be back there eventually, because we don't play poor enough to get demoted. You know, so we'll trot along. We'll keep our golfing up, and then, you know, all it takes is a few weeks of having our putter hot, and we'll make it up to plat, and then, you know, we'll fight for cuts, and we'll be in that mid plat group. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us this evening. If you did enjoy, please drop a like on the YouTube streams. Mean a lot to me, helps me out immensely. If you want to make your way back here in the future, drop a follow on the Twitch, drop a sub on the YouTube, and we have a Discord as well. You know, keep up with when we go live and any changes to the stream schedule. All optional, all appreciated. That's how you get in contact with me. We're gonna go say hello to Woe, who is like the top dog in this game. So go say hello to him. We'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope you have a wonderful night. Bye.